knocks down the first one. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
To the wing, right side. Pass to Davis. Back to Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
So smooth on the mid-range. Kyrie dialed in.
The Timberwolves trail. Conley looking for an opening. Elbow shot. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Here's Thompson. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Thompson's gotten his second bucket.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
Outside Conley. That's tipped. And they're running. Washington with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Pass to Washington. And Washington powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Irving. Outside Davis. And the three off target. Outside Edwards. No good on the shot. Nice D from Thompson. And here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Davis. Randall with some nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pass to McDaniels. Shoots over Davis. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Dallas leading by 6. And here's Irving. Out to Thompson. Right side Davis. Fades back. Davis missing again. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Making a change here. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Gobert. And here's Randall. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Here's Irving. Out to Thompson. The 15-footer. And it's Irving missing. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. The kick out to Conley. Minnesota again missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Irving. The three ball. Knocks it down from distance. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside Conley. Here's Edwards. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Pass to Marshall. Now here's Dinwiddie. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And it's the Mavericks ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Pass to Prosper. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And it's Dallas scoring again.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
That one's good for 2.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's McDaniels. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Out to the right wing. From the arc. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Had to alter his release at the last possible moment and somehow still gets it to go.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good. Unable to win this run.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
It's intercepted. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Dallas on top. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Here's Thompson driving inside, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
Well, the hard-charging approach of Klay Thompson paying dividends with the foul call. Hey, they like.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Stolen by Davis. Washington right side. Pass to Gafford. Washington, a good look. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Now here's Ingles. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. P.J. Washington picks one up.
Well, he started as a perimeter threat, but Joe Ingles outstanding at finding a way to the cup inside and forcing the issue.
And he makes both free throws. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Here's Irving, following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Washington. 5 to shoot. Back to Thompson. Here's the 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Miller. Offensive rebound. Oh, big man slam by the big man Davis.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
Outside, Ingles. Reed for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Ingles. Reed's got 5 now.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And so it's Dallas with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo on the wing.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Christie. Powell in the post. Dinwiddie outside. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Miller. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Exum. Dallas, no good that time either. It's a neck-and-neck game in Dallas. Now Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Reed's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Dinwiddie outside. Just 5 on the clock. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Outside, Ingle.